Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the Americans got China in the same spot where they got Russia in January 2022. And you need to do one more step. You have to complete one more step, and you're going to have war with China. So the same over there in Russia. They had to just say no when the Russians said we need some security guarantees from NATO. We need to do something, some legal binding documents and so on. And the Americans said no. And then you got the unprovoked war in Ukraine. That's exactly where we are right now with China. If in Taiwan someone declares, you know what, let's be independent, China declared, that means war. Well, that's exactly what these guys want them to be. Why? Because they will fight China with other people's lives, not with them, other people's lives. And they will just send money that they don't have. So let's see. Russia today, 28th of November 2023. Taiwan independence means war, Beijing. What else? How isn't that clear enough? China has reacted sharply to rhetoric from politicians in Taipei ahead of a presidential election on the island. Who do you think foments these politicians? Who? If it's not Al Capone, then it's my cousin. China is willing to allow plenty of space, end quote, for peaceful reunification with Taiwan, but will not tolerate separatist activities. Government's spokesperson Chen Binhua warned on Monday. The official was responding to comments by Taiwanese pro-independence politicians ahead of a presidential election on the self-governing island. According to media reports, Lai Ching-te and Xiao Bi-kim, both from Taiwan's ruling Democratic Progressive Party, when I hear progressive for me is, recently claimed that the island continues to be threatened by an attack from the mainland. Lai, who styles himself as a worker for Taiwanese independence, is campaigning for office in January's presidential election and has chosen Xiao, a former envoy to the US, as his running mate. So that's where that former envoy signed the documents with CIA and all these guys. I'm just, joking. Chen, who is, and if you look for this guy, I don't know, Xiao, maybe he just graduated somewhere, a college in the United States of America, or a master's degree, or something, PhD, or he attended a fellowship somewhere, and then he signed over there. And those were the times. So, Chen, who is spokesperson for China State Council for Taiwan's Affairs Office, said Beijing will not show leniency towards forces in Taiwan if they promote separatism. My friends, I stopped right here because I checked on Xiao, the envoy. Remember I said a minute ago that if she did not sign with CIA while she was the envoy, she might have signed as a student somewhere or in a fellowship. I just checked Wikipedia. I was right. My friends, I know how these guys function. So let me show you Wikipedia. So there she is, Xiao Bi-kim. What do we find here? Early life. She moved to the United States as a teenager and graduated from Montclair High School in New Jersey. She holds a Bachelor's of Arts in East Asian Studies from Oberlin College, and that is, I think, in the United States of America, if I remember correctly, right there, right? And a Master of Arts in Political Science from Columbia University. My friends, what do you want? What do you want? Citizenship, Taiwan and United States. You can't make shit up. My friends, that's the way these guys work. Whenever you hear someone pro America, you're gonna find a fellowship somewhere. Something you're gonna find, with the exception of Milei of Argentina. He does not have. But Jugashvili, what's his name? Jugashvili is Stalin. Saakashvili from Georgia, the same. The guy from the foreign minister of Lithuania, the same. When you see people shooting up like that, doors were opened for them by whomever they are. Yes. So yeah, these guys are just they're gonna push a button. You'll see, they're gonna push a button. That's what's gonna happen. And this is the person right here. So Chen, who is spokesperson for China, will show no leniency. He cited Beijing's anti-secession law of 2005. These guys will gonna ignore it. The Americans will tell them, which reiterated that China sees Taiwan as an inalienable part of its territory. The legislation allows for Beijing to employ arbitrary, non-peaceful means to achieve unification with the island, which has been self-governing since 1949 and the days of the Chinese Civil War. And this is what the guy says. I want to emphasize that Taiwan independence means war. Chen stated as he commented, Lai and Xiao are separatists. He further accused the pair of distorting the facts and At a meeting with US President Joe Biden in California earlier this month, Chinese leader Xi Jinping warned that Taiwan potentially remains the most dangerous issue. They don't care. Now, under the Taiwan Enhanced Resilience Act 2022, the US government is authorized to spend up to $2 billion a year in military grant assistance. They are just doing the same thing as they did with Ukraine. They're arming, continue to arm them, and then instigate. Now they're gonna, if these guys win, and I'm pretty sure they will. Why? Because free elections, no interference, whatever. So they will win, and they will be saying something. That's exactly what's going to happen like happened with the implementation of Minsk Agreements 1 and 2. Zelensky ignored them. Russia said, what's going on here? Screw you, what are you going to do? We don't provoke you to do anything, but you're going to attack us. Do it. And the Americans are the same. We're not going to talk to you. Don't tell us what to do. It's NATO. It's our. We told you we're not going to come closer, but hey, do you have any document? Legal binding document? The one that you want now you want us to sign? That we will not, because we want you to intervene unprovoked? You have nothing signed. That's what the Americans told the Russians. Yeah, Jim Baker said that in 1991 or something like that. But that was just, have a document? No, so you. Okay, that's the way it is. You don't provoke us into attacking Ukraine. We just intervene because we're bad dudes. The same here. They got one more step. Those guys get to power and just say, how about the independence? Boom, bam, bam, boom, boom. And the Americans are going to come back with our taxes, not our taxes, our lives. Why? Because they don't have money. They borrow it on our lives and our children's lives and our children's lives. That's how it goes. It's them against us, with the mass media, politicians, and the structures of the government who are all for us. Now, they're just a protection between, it's a buffer between the real owners and the rabble, us. Sorry to say that, but that's the way I see it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Same scenario.